BEEX project is a no-profit foundation about visual art and photography. If you want to help us, just drop a donation on buymeacoffee.com/BerlinExplorer. So, welcome to this another appointment of 50 minutes of experience, and today I'm with Quinn Balazs. And welcome, Quinn.
Thank you.
So, Quinn talked with me from USA, and is a really great photographer of analog photography. I discovered him on lomography, and I wanted to have a talk with him about what experience he has in photography. So just to start to talk about you, can you explain us a bit about what kind of person you are, and how did you start with photography, and what you like to do, what is basically fits your work or not, or just introduce us to you.
Okay, well, I like experimental processes. I like solarizations, Van Dyke's cyanotypes. I like anything I can play with the process of. I started shooting when I was 11, shooting film when I was 11, and working with a great photographer there to develop it. And I started developing it myself when I was 15. I mean, I like any process I can mess with chemistry wise. I like compounding my own chemistry. I like messing with the chemistry. It's all just a lot of fun.
So Quinn, just to warm up a bit, because I feel you're a bit...
Yeah, I'm a bit nervous.
Nervous. Don't be nervous. Yeah. Don't worry.
Okay. Okay.
So,
okay.
Just chill out.
Okay.
No one will judge you here. I want to just have a chat with you. So let's imagine that we are having a coffee now, or a beer. I don't know what you prefer. You prefer beer or coffee?
Beer. Take a beer.
Yeah, okay, beer is better. So have you ever been in Berlin, Germany?
No, I've not.
You have to do it, man. You have to do it. If you like beer, you have to do it. The beer costs nothing, 30 cents, and you buy a beer, and after 10 minutes, you are totally drunk. So
awesome. That's awesome.
It's the place for who like the beer, and not only. So to just go a bit in your photography, I want to say it's really interesting what I look, because look like I'm watching someone is like 80 years old and not young like you now. And this is really particular, I think, because your vision and your color are really reflecting something is not easy to find today. And I want to ask you, I would love to understand where come from this feeling, this passion, and also where come from your way to see the world, because as I said, it's a really particular eyes. So we have, I think, to dive a bit in where you come from and your family and your life in general, I think.
I've found photography to be an escape from the world, and I found that to be really nice. I found that I can just immerse myself in that, and that's all I'm thinking about. I'm not thinking about any of the problems that I'm having in life. I'm just immersed in photography. I like found film. The project you're looking at is all found film that I rescued from the rubbish heap at a local antique store and developed.
So how much time do you spend developing your picture in general?
It's about 25 minutes a roll.
Okay, so it's not a lot. I was thinking more like, yeah, I chill in the inside of the dark room for 3-4 hours until it's totally out.
Yeah, over the course of a day, I'm in there 5-6 hours just developing roll after roll after roll. And but to do one, it's about 25 minutes.
Just to go in your picture, I see there is always a kind of distance from the people, but in a way also a way it's like you want create a connection with them, but without creating a directly connection. That's right?
Yes, I see that there's a story to be told. I don't know what that story is,
So
but I
we
see that there's a story to be told.
so we can say you are a kind of voyeur, no? You like to watch
I,
through the stuff, but without making interaction or just what I mean. I mean without touching the person.
yes, photography of people freaks me out. So I try to maintain a little bit of a barrier between myself and them when I'm shooting people or when I'm developing pictures of people. Because it is a bit of voyeurism, looking in on the past from the angle that I'm able to look in on the past from.
And this is make, I don't know, I continue to watch your picture and I continue to think about, okay, uh, did you travel in the time? I mean, are you coming from the 60s?
No, I just have a good eye for what works in that time frame.
It's really nice. Like you have a time machine and you traveled in the time, because it's like I'm watching the picture of my grandfather. I don't know, and yeah, they're really cool picture. This is the point. It's but I never had this feeling to watch a picture of someone is still alive, and there's this gray, this light, this feeling. It's so. Uh, Interesting. It's so as this brilliant of the 60s 70s, you know. I don't know if anyone told you that before.
No, but it is a bit like having a time machine to go back to the time the picture was taken when you develop it. You're looking at it and all of a sudden you're seeing what life was like in one specific family back in the 60s and 70s.
I think actually is a lot of time you shoot photography, no?
Yes.
And did you do it that I mean, it's your work.
It's found photography. So I
Okay.
found the film and I developed the film.
Okay, so you found the film and you developed the film. So yeah, it's not properly all come from your vision.
No, not most of it does not come from Alabama. It's photos that are all over the United States and all over the world.
So we can say you are more a collector.
Yeah, I like being able to discover what is hidden in a roll of film.
And then when I think you have a big archive of picture developed from different people, different time, and what do you do with this picture?
I try my best to connect them back to the people thereof. If I can't do that, I just keep them as a memento to myself that that moment in history occurred.
Okay, and then you I don't know. For example, in your experience, did you connect with someone, and what was the feeling of these people watching this picture? If you had a kind of experience like that.
Yeah, I've been able to connect with one of the people who is in some of the photos. She's about 87 now and doesn't remember most of them, but I connected her to a couple of the images.
What was the feeling of her? So can you be a bit
She,
more
yeah,
eloquent about?
she was really glad that somebody had found and managed to develop the images. And looking back at her, it was a look back at her childhood for her. So that was really special.
And did you keep a long conversation with her, or was it just
Yeah,
short?
I met with her for a couple of hours.
Okay, and what did you talk about?
We talked about the history of the photos. We talked about her life.
What would you
And
like to share this history? Did you talk about?
so she was born in Belgium. She moved to the States when she was 18, and then the family traveled back and forth to Europe multiple times over her time period staying with the family in where she was. So we talked about the history of the photos. We talked about the fact that she was glad I found the photos. We talked about how that was a look back at her life and that that was really special to both of us.
And have you ever thought about to take this picture you collect during the years and to make a kind of book, or I don't know, to develop to, I don't know, in any other way?
Yeah, I've made prints of a lot of them and I'm keeping them in a book that eventually I'm going to give to her as
That's
sort of the memories of her life expressed by me developing the film that I found.
so. In the description of Lomography, you wrote, "Honestly, my happy place is the dark room with some music playing, and I get better result with music playing."
Yes.
But I was introduced to film under those condition. I have a backlog of film to develop at the moment. Using Aquafine or Aqua One, since I mix Aquafine to be one shoot anyway. Nowadays, I use Aquafine and Aqua One pretty interchangeably for film development. Before to go on, I would love to know what is the music you listen usually.
Listen to the Rolling Stones and the Grateful Dead.
So yeah, you have a really, we can say, a passion for the old centuries.
Yes, I do.
So, and have you ever thought to born in a time was not for you?
Yes. Yeah, I feel out of place in this time quite a bit.
Yeah, it's really interesting because I met some people. They told me they felt to be born in a time was not for them.
Mm.
They wanted, yeah, they probably would love to born in the 40 or in the 80 or before also. But some people told me they will be born in the epic of the Roman. So to let
I want to be born back when film was something that you could just go to a store and buy.
yeah, it was we can say the like 840, 800, 1840.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think now the film role, yeah, was developed in that time. Yeah, we can say you can call the develop with the really old cameras, really big cameras.
I have a couple of those.
And did you use usually these
I
cameras?
do. I do. I use an 8x10 and a 4x5 that I've taken apart, refurbished, and put back together.
That's so cool that someone still do it. That it's so really interesting. And just a couple of questions, and then we can stop our podcast. I would love to know if you usually travel or you move out from your city.
Yes, I travel. Well, before COVID, I traveled a lot. Now that COVID's happening, we're limiting that travel, but I am still traveling. And every time I travel, I'm bringing film and I'm shooting that.
And for example, which places did you visit?
I've been to Scotland. I've been to Wales. I've been up to Providence, Rhode Island a lot because I have relatives up there. And I've been up to Grand Rapids, Michigan a lot because I have relatives up there.
Did you travel alone?
Sometimes.
Okay. And when you don't travel alone, you travel with friends, with girlfriend, boyfriend.
Family.
Okay, with family. Okay.
Family.
Yeah, cool. So it's also in the. I will love to know. I mean, to see uh, what kind of picture you're doing during the travel, especially with your family, will be really nice. And yeah, I will love to see the books you do it with this picture you find. And yeah, it will be really cool. I think to get a bit more deeper in the stories you get in touch with. What is your feeling about that picture you find? I mean, if you, I know it's difficult. I understood it's a bit difficult for you to go deeper explaining in words what is your feeling, but if you have just to struggle a bit with yourself now and tell me what is your inner feeling that you have doing this process every day or every time you do it, can you find these words?
I feel it's immensely rewarding. It's immensely worthwhile. It's immensely rewarding. it's taking something that somebody was going to throw away and turning it into something that I'm making little notes next to each photo of where it was taken and the approximate time frame it was taken in the book. So uh, I don't know. It's hard for me to get in there with words.
Yeah, I understood. I understood. That's why I'm going over and questioning simple things
Yeah, thank you.
to go on with the podcast. Um, just last question, then we can I can leave you from this torture.
Oh, it's all right. It's all right. This is my first time doing something like this, so I'm a little nervous, but
Yeah, so I hope next time we get in touch again, and you're a bit more chilly. That you know now
yes.
you can chill with me.
Yes.
Maybe next time we can organize better. You take your beer, I take my beer, and we drink a beer, and
We can do that.
we do it that, and we can put also a bit of Rolling Stones in the
All
soundtrack,
right.
and it's okay. What will you expect in the future to doing? I mean, imagine now you have to imagine your next 10 years, okay? And there's something particular you will like to make experience from the photography you're doing, and also the photography you develop. What will you love if someone has to invest some money on you?
I want this is a bit weird, but there's one film producer in Russia, Astrum, that I really, really want to have a custom chemistry mix done by them on a sheet of film, on a roll of film.
So I hope someone listen this podcast get in touch with this.
Yeah, somebody Astrum needs to get in touch with me because I would love to work with them on an emulsion.
So we have to keep in touch with this company in Russia, and try to let you make this dream happen.
That would be really great.
So I would love to suggest everyone listen this podcast to go to watch the profile in the description of Quinn, because the picture talk much more than Quinn in human way, but
I'll do better the next time we meet.
yeah, I mean, it's not. I'm not offending. It's. I understand, and but the picture really are interesting, really good developed, and it's a collection of feeling, time, stories, and a lot of experience, I think, and they deserve time, silence, and a good beer to be watched. So thank you a lot for your time and for your
Welcome.
words. And I hope to get in touch with you soon.
Yes, that sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for listening to our podcast. Learn more about our project at allmylinks.com/BerlinExplorer, or visit our Instagram and follow BerlinExplorer project.